Okay, cloudy, cool. Here's the upside. It is not raining right now. That's right. We are dry currently throughout central PA, which is certainly nice. Not going to stay that way all day. We're continuing to watch this kind of upper level low, this spin in the atmosphere. And we're going to see the occasional shower pop up, especially late this afternoon and this evening. Not much rain today, though, folks. I think less than 1/10 of an inch. We get in the outdoor plants. I think it makes sweatshirt weather still for the outdoor plants. Upper 50s. Here comes that warm up tomorrow. Just a stray shower in the evening. And by Thursday, all will be right with the world once again. We'll get back to where we should be with that high near 70.
All eyes on the stock market this morning as tensions between the U.S. and China continue to rise. China hit back against U.S. tariffs yesterday, sending stocks into their worst one-day slide since early January. The country says it will impose tariffs on $60 billion worth of American-made goods effective June 1st. President Trump is confident it will all work out in the end.
We'll let you know in about 3 or 4 weeks whether or not it was successful. You never really know, right? But I have a feeling it's going to be very successful.
China's retaliatory move comes just days after President Trump hiked tariffs to 25% on $200 billion of Chinese imports. The president is now suggesting the U.S. do another $325 billion at 25%. Happening now, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is in Russia, expected to meet with President Vladimir Putin and the country's foreign minister. Pompeo's visit to Sochi is his first to Russia as Secretary of State. This trip comes on the heels of a last-minute visit to Belgium to meet with European allies in Brussels amid heightened tensions with Iran. New this morning, Attorney General William Barr has appointed a U.S. attorney to examine the origins of the Russia investigation. Connecticut's top federal prosecutor John Durham will help in the AG's review. He'll look at whether the government's methods to collect intelligence relating to the Trump campaign were lawful and appropriate.
6 people have been shot and killed in Sudan following a clash between security forces and protesters over ousted President Omar al-Bashir. The Sudan Doctors Committee, who has been spearheading these protests, says one of the 6 killed was an army officer. Al-Bashir has been in prison since April when the military removed him from power.
Happening today, a man accused of abducting a 4-year-old girl in Franklin County will be in court for a preliminary hearing. Police say Thomas DeWald entered a Washington Township home through an unlocked window last month and took the little girl from her room in the middle of the night. They say he kept her in a wooden chest for hours before she was able to escape unharmed. Police arrested DeWald less than a week later after he allegedly tried to break into another home just blocks away, but was scared off by the family dog. Protesters are expected to gather today at the New York State Capitol trying to fight a bill that would end religious exemptions for vaccines. This comes as the measles outbreak across the country skyrockets to more than 800 cases this year. The disease was eliminated in the U.S. back in 2000, but experts blame the anti-vax movement as the reason for the comeback. All but 3 states allow religious exemptions as a reason not to vaccinate. And a Democratic state senator is hoping Pennsylvania becomes the 4th. Currently, children in PA are required by law to receive certain vaccinations before they can go to school. However, there are exemptions for people who can't because of health, religious, or philosophical reasons. Yesterday, Senator Dalen Leach introduced a bill that would eliminate the religious and philosophical exemptions. It's the first of its kind bill in PA. A follow-up now to what dairy farmers are calling a crisis across the state. They say an oversupply and lack of demand is keeping farmers from being able to turn enough profit to stay afloat. CBS 21's Joe Ducey is live at Restful Acres Farm in Dauphin County to tell us how lawmakers are trying to help. Morning, Joe.
Yeah, Sherry, good morning. Every day in Pennsylvania, dairy farmers are up before the sun, working hard to produce some of the products we rely on for balanced nutrition. And some say unless we see major legislative changes, family farms like this one will pay the ultimate price. Dairy farmers we spoke with in central Pennsylvania say they hope the Farming First bill package that passed the Senate earlier this month helps to shore up what's become an industry that's been surrounded by increasing uncertainty.
I don't think there's any dairy farmer in Pennsylvania that hasn't been affected by the low milk price.
If passed, the legislative package would create a tax credit program that would help young generations of farmers buy or lease land. It would also create a commission that would help bring together all stakeholders in the dairy industry, plus ease some regulations regulations regarding building, transportation, and farm-related tourism and entertainment. There are other initiatives at the national level dairy farmers say will help increase demand for their product, like a bill in Congress that would give kids access to whole milk in school. And there's also the prospect of the U.S.-Mexico-Canada deal replacing NAFTA. Industry experts say the deal would open up Canadian and Mexican markets to U.S. agriculture and pump more than $250 million a year into the U.S. dairy industry.
That's the backbone of America. And if the farmers go down, it's going to affect everyone.
Dauphin County dairy farmer Frank Rabel says he's witnessed firsthand how the drop in milk prices has affected him and his peers.
Farmers that have gone out of business because of it. It's not they aren't good managers, it's just price of milk has put them in that condition.
According to the USDA, Pennsylvania lost 370 dairy farms in 2018. Industry experts say that's not just bad news for dairy farmers. The impact is felt in all corners of the Commonwealth.
The dairy industry in Pennsylvania provides over $14.7 billion in economic revenue to our communities.
After passing in the Senate the bills that make up that Farm First legislative bill pack, those bills were sent to their respective committees, and it will be up to those committee chairmen to bring the bills to a vote on the House floor. Lawmakers say they hope that happens before June. For now, reporting live in Hershey, Joe Ducey, CBS 21 News.
All right, thank you, Joe. New information this morning about a $158 million budget proposal in the Harrisburg School District. After a low turnout at a board meeting last night, members are hoping people who live in the city will bring their questions to future meetings, especially because a tax hike is possible.
For a number of years, there was no tax increase, even though it was recommended by the recovery plan.
It would cost the average homeowner about $41. Officials say the additional money will go towards the school district's teachers and improvements to buildings and the track at the high school. National Police Week continues with a tribute to fallen officers, how the U.S. Attorney General is remembering those who died in the line of duty, and how a local officer is being recognized. Plus, T-minus 3 days until the series finale of The Big Bang Theory. Yeah, we hear from some of the actors who are looking back on their memories while also looking forward to Thursday.
Well, it's a cloudy, cool start. Does that equate to another round of rain? I'll break it down for you with my first morning forecast.